Okay, there are so many layers to this next pop culture story we're going to talk about, this musical pop culture story, that we have brought in an expert. Hello, Brie Player.
Hello. So yes, I am Brie. I am the executive producer of Mamma Mia's interview podcast, No Filter, and a bit of a pop culture junkie, but definitely I would say a Harry Styles expert.
Yes.
Which is what I'm here to talk about. I've seen him in concert 8 times.
I was going to say, like, you've done the legwork for this segment.
Yes,
you put in
I've
the
done
hours.
the legwork. I've seen him all around the US, in Sydney, of course, on his last tour. And look, fingers crossed, I'll be seeing him the end of this year.
Yeah, so we finally have confirmation that this album is
Yes.
coming. We kind of had speculated on it a few weeks ago in the new year, but we actually know it's going to happen. And now we know there's going to be a tour.
Yes, and it's an interesting tour because he's not doing his usual full trip around the world, stopping in all the different cities. He's doing mini residencies, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad that he did add Australia to this
He
list.
did. Why do you think that change has happened? Is that quite a significant change from his last? That was more of a stadium tour,
it was
right?
a big stadium tour last time. He's obviously playing in stadiums in Australia. We've got him here in Sydney and Melbourne playing
Can you imagine
stadiums.
they put him in a 100-ticket venue?
Oh, as a viewer, for me, when I go to a concert, I much prefer a smaller stadium or a smaller venue.
Yeah, but you can't have with them with a pop
because
star.
you
I
can't
get
really,
that.
but you can't
It's-
really do it with a pop star.
No, and the thing is, and I will say, I think Harry does stadiums well. I think it's hard to do stadiums well, but Harry does it well. He really uses it, and we've seen the layout for this stage. The apron's really big.
Is it a nice thrust stage?
Yeah, nice. It's not like a big thrust stage like, say, Era's was, but it's
Yeah.
like a big apron that's kind of set into quadrants. There's pods in it. It's definitely going to be a real dance party.
Whose tour was it recently? There was all these complaints about pillars and stuff being in the way. Did you see that?
There was an Ed Sheeran one a little while ago that was like that.
Yeah.
So it's back here next month,
Yeah.
right? He did have one there where there were a few pillars and band members on that. It is hard. It's really
so
hard to do a
hard.
stadium well.
Yeah, a lot of different technical
Yes.
questions.
Now, Brie, I got an email the other day from Amex talking about pre-sale tickets.
Yeah.
What's happening here? Do you have some secret tips or something?
Well, look, okay. I mean, it's quite funny because I had a friend staying up late last night applying for an Amex card. I'm like, babe, you are too late. You should already have that in your wallet. But yeah, there are a few pre-sales. Spoiler, I hope you weren't counting on them because they happen today. So
I'm actually, look, controversially, I don't like stadiums because I don't like those really big crowds. It's too anxiety-inducing for me.
Look, fair. So, yeah, there are a few pre-sales, but then there's the general on sale as well. And I think, I would guess, and we have just seen this happen in Amsterdam and London, a few extra nights added. I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least another night in Melbourne added and another night in Sydney. So I would say, if you are hoping for tickets and you're a bit scarred from Era's Oasis trying to get tickets, I think, just stick with it. Follow the tips that Ticketmaster have given. I really Ticketmaster have wounded us all in the past, but I do think they're trying really hard to help out with this one. And one hint I will say, and this is particularly important in this office, for example, where there are a lot of Harry Styles fans, do not do it at work on the same Wi-Fi as everyone else because you will get tagged as a bot. In my last time trying to get Era's tickets, I was working in a magazine, obviously with so many girls in that building trying to get Era's tickets, and I was helping out others trying to get them. It's just it's not a good move.
So wait,
stay home, call in sick. I don't care what you have to do.
I need you to elaborate on this. What do you mean they'll get tagged you as a bot?
Well, if there's so many people using the same IP address trying to get tickets, it just looks a bit like suspicious activity, right? So the best chance you have to get tickets is to be home alone on your Wi-Fi. If you have to go to work, if you can't call in sick, I'm telling you, hotspot from your phone. Do not use the office Wi-Fi.
I just remember Taylor Swift ticket day, coming into my office because I work at home in the morning and I came in halfway through the day and it was like a graveyard of broken dreams. Everyone was just sitting at their computers hunched over, sad, crying because none of them had got tickets through the work
through
computers.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was working at a magazine. It was the same scenes
You
over
can't
there.
do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good tip.
That
Call
is
in
my
sick.
best tip. Call in sick, guys.
Like that girl at the Taylor
Quit
Swift
your job.
who did her interview in the sheet. seat
Yes.
outside Ticketmaster because she's like, I can't. She's like, I'm happy to be on the news and talk about getting a ticket, but I called in sick to work today, so I can't show my face.
Yeah.
But you know what I think? Given of the company that we all work for, I feel like that's valid. I think that would be like a valid reason for asking for leave.
I think so too.
Yeah, potentially.
I feel like it.
If my team's listening, that's a flight. No, I'm joking. Any other tips that people need to be across?
Yes. It sounds so basic, but log in advance, check your account, check you've got everything in there, make sure that your credit card's already in there ready to go so that you've just got that clean, smooth ride in. And once those tickets are in your basket, don't mess around. Just buy them.
Yeah. Don't look for other ones. Don't
look
for a better
other
option.
ones.
Don't try and get an extra.
Don't do that. And also, if you're buying for a group, just have that chat in advance with your group and say, hey, what's the limit that you're willing to spend? Because you're not be firing off messages to the group chat saying, hey, I can get these, and someone say, oh, that's a bit expensive. Like you got to do it. You cannot muck around. You're in and out, nice and smooth.
Cut them loose.
And you know what, guys? Stay calm.
I like to give people tips on how to evacuate a natural disaster.
No, but can I just say, but this is actually really helpful for me because part of the reason I've never bought tickets to something like this is the thought of doing that gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't think I could cop it.
That's how you make mistakes, though, is when you're so stressed. So that's what I'm saying. Check your account in advance. Make sure that you've got everything all ready to go. Make sure you've got the funds on your card as well.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It's such a simple thing, but you just kind of, if you forgot that you haven't transferred your funds over, they're all really simple things. What about it's so easy to forget?
Remembering your security code, your CCV.
All of that. Have it all there in front of you. Have it all ready to go.
Great tips. I think you've just put the fear of God into a lot of people, but also a lot of girls right now, I'm sure, have their notepads out. They're taking notes.
Take notes.
This is vital information.
It's a tactical. It's not a lot.
And also, don't feel like if you miss out this week and it's saying sold out that it's done and dusted. We saw people getting Eras tours day of event, day before event. So it's not over till it's over, guys.
It's not over.
It's not over till Harry Styles sings.
That is so true. Okay, speaking of Harry Styles singing, which is what we're all here to talk about. So we've got the new music coming out. Yes. We've got the stadium tour coming out.
We do.
And because of that, Harry Styles, how long has he been out of the spotlight? It's been well over a year, maybe even longer, right?
No, literally years. It's been a really, really, really long time.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like he's kind of been around because he's been papped so much, but he's been out of the spotlight for years. We've just seen him do
so much, just wandering around Rome, which we have to talk about.
We will get to that. Don't worry. Don't worry. My trashy brain is all over that, Brie. Don't you worry. I'll get us there. But first, I wanted to ask what your thoughts was on his first press rollout, because when the new music and the tour were announced, he did a few interviews, and I thought it was very it's almost very deliberate the way he did them, right? And the way he looks in the clips and how he's speaking.
For sure. Super casual, super relaxed, earphones with cord.
That was great. He loves a corded earphone.
He does love a corded earphone. It's very this is Harry. This is relatable Harry, right?
Maybe he has tiny ear canals, because I find that people with tiny ear canals can't wear earbuds.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him that if you ever interview him.
Okay. That will be top of the list.
Yeah.
This rollout is also what we saw last time.
Yes.
It is no different. He always does this. It's the same. He's got his radio shows that he does, although it was interesting this time we did see him with John Mayer having a chat. Which, the couple of Taylor's exes galvanizing. No, there was no discussion about it. But
I know everyone does not like John Mayer very much. He's got this not very good reputation, but I kind of like him. I kind of like his bit of a skis.
Why?
I like his music. He's a real prick.
I'm trying so hard not to judge you right now.
I know, but I don't. Look, listen,
and this isn't even a Taylor thing. This is a Jessica Simpson thing.
No, I understand that. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I think he's awful, but I also like him, and I can't explain the reason for that, and I'm sorry.
Well, I saw him a couple of weeks ago in the Chateau Marmont. I wish I'd known that. I would have said hi for you.
Yeah, it would have been like, boy, do I have a gal for you.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I would not want to have anything to do with him, but I do enjoy the stories that come out of him, and I like his music, so I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
Let's go back to Harry.
I feel like this is – but hang on a second. Doesn't then that reflect quite poorly on Harry then? If you're so, because both of you are looking at me like I have, like with daggers in your eyes.
I don't think that's going to touch Harry in either way.
No, that's fine. Look, he's doing promo, as we talked about. So he's doing these casual chats, roll out. The thing about Harry, and fans know this, that man has never truly answered a question in his life, right? Yes. He talks a lot. You feel like you're getting a lot from him, and it's always so much fun, and he's always got like funny stories and interesting little tidbits, and he's just like super charming and obviously gorgeous. So fans are always just so happy to get anything from him. But you never really get anything juicy out of him. Yeah. He is like the Artful Dodger when it comes to answering questions. But we did get some interesting, fun things out of him. Yes. So we finally found out why he was at the announcement of the new Pope.
That's really all I cared about.
I know,
Zoe
Kravitz
be damned. I'm joking. But that was when those photos came out of the new Pope being announced and everyone rushing into the streets of Rome and such a prominent Harry Styles being there. And he looked confused, but also he meant to be there. And he was so disheveled, wearing the hoodie and the sunglasses. So he's not like he was someone who, it's not like he was going to an event or something.
Yeah, it was weird because it's we know
he's a staunch Catholic.
Yeah, well, we know he's been hanging around Italy a lot over the last few years, right? That's his favorite. That's his home away from home. So it made sense that he was in Rome because we've seen him there a lot. It was weird that he was just there amongst a crowd. He's so famous. That's insane to me that he was just there.
And by himself, he had no security.
By himself, no security. None of his friends that we've seen him wandering around Rome with, Alessandra and Michele from Valentino. We see him walking around with him a lot. We see him walking around with Zoe a bit. Yes. And before that, before he was with her, other girlfriends, Taylor Russell, all the girls, loves to take them to Italy. Just ask Olivia Dean. But he was just there. And so we're and I think at first everyone was is it really him? Is it someone who just looks like him? Or is it AI? What the hell is going on?
There was a real whole thing. It's just a Harry Styles lookalike.
Yes.
And people were searching for the Harry Styles lookalike.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it was him. And it turns out that he was down the road getting his hair cut when this happened. And the hairdresser just stopped and was oh my God, it's happening, and ran out. And Harry was curious.
Yeah.
And I guess anyone would be in that situation. Yeah. You're okay. I mean, it's pretty wild that at that fame level, he still went and did it. But
everyone was too focused on the new Pope.
So now we know why he was there.
Wow. And that's really the only question I needed answered.
Yeah, I needed that
answer. That's all too. My Harry Styles
one thing I love that he was asked, which was about the music, because I do love Harry's music. I am a music nerd, was someone asked him, and I speculated about this a few weeks ago with you. Yeah. Someone asked him if there were going to be any collabs on this album because he has done 0 collabs across his first 3 albums, and he's confirmed, again, no collabs on this album, which is really so different to what everyone else is doing.
And it's also considering he comes from, the biggest boy band in the world and, all of his other prior bandmates.
Maybe he's just sick of he was sick of sharing his songs.
Yeah, he did it for
probably.
So long.
I guess that's pretty clear. But
yeah. Well, speaking of that brings us to something else I need you to. I love how you become the Harry Styles spokesperson.
Yeah.
I'm just hitting you with all my hardball questions, and I was tell the people the truth. So the other headlines I've seen around this is that other One Direction bandmates have put out music this week. In particular, I want to say Louis was the one who was just please help my album cut through the noise. And there's been some speculation that it was kind of a bit of a dick move from Harry, who's the biggest superstar, to release music around the same time as his bandmates and potentially cancel out their announcements. Do you want to speak to that on behalf of these boys?
Okay.
As their spokesperson?
They're not on the same label anymore, so they wouldn't necessarily have had visibility about who's releasing when, right? And the fact is, Louis was releasing an album, Harry released a single, so they're not really competing necessarily for the same thing there. Louis wants to see album go to number 1 on the charts. Harry wants to see single go to number 1. I'm sure Louis would love that to happen as well, but you can't control that, and anyone else could release music at any time. But Taylor could have decided this week to drop Opalite and they'd both be screwed. I think people have this idea that it's more planned sometimes than it is.
Yeah.
And I've actually had a situation where I interviewed Louis Tomlinson a couple of years ago, 2019, and it was going to be around the launch of a single, right? And it went back and forth because the team was still deciding when do we release the single, when do we release the album. I was told to sit on it, wait. Then all of a sudden it was actually, no, we want the sign off to be about the album. So right up until the last minute, and I have to say, they still didn't actually pull through, and the interview went like it was in print. It went out before they had announced the album. So like it's not as organized sometimes as you would think it would be. And they do chop and change and decide like, oh, no, that week's not going to be great, because like they do all want those number ones or, you know, they want to chart well.
And they can be a bit more nimble than like a film release because they don't have to like be booking theatres or red carpets. Like that stuff has to be locked in years in advance.
Totally.
This, you could just drop it.
So I think someone as high priority on the record label as Harry, I think there's been a definite timeline here that's been set. Louis, look, I don't think it's a dick move by Harry. It's certainly not. No, I don't think it's a dick move by Harry. I just need you to
speak on that. Thank you so much. And that also smart what you've said there about the music release schedule. And I think you've set a lot of One Direction's hearts, like you've healed them from being broken. And now just to finish off, I'm going to do what I do best and take us from the high to the low.
Yes.
And ask you like a real trash bag question.
Love.
Which is, what do you think of the reports that he and Zoe Kravitz are engaged? And that they are soulmates.
Okay.
Which a quote has been attributed to her, and literally neither of them have ever spoken a word about each other.
No, and you know
but
what?
Their paparazzi photos are a fun time, and there's so many of them.
They never will. I don't know about her. He never will. He famously does not speak about his girlfriends. Sings about them.
Yeah.
So I think that the most that we're going to find out about their relationship will be on this upcoming album. We got nothing in the first single.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I don't know if you've seen the track listing for this album, but surely there's going to be some stuff there, because he does like to put, you know, hints about his relationships and things in there and do deep dives into them through song. That's his way of sharing.
Okay, why is that so romantic? I hate that. It's so
I know,
good.
but like that's what he does best.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot explain how happy it made me when she broke up with Channing Tatum and went to Harry Styles. Like, great upgrade, massive upgrade for her.
So look, I would be surprised if they're engaged this early, because it just doesn't feel like him. But you never know when you know. Love is you know, like artists, it can happen. Yeah. You just don't know. But I've said this before. I do love the idea of Lenny Kravitz being his father-in-law.
It's so good. So and can I just say, if Zoe Kravitz is a real girl's girl, like she claims, she will share those wedding photos.
Oh,
that's all I want. Just have the photos. It's not like I don't need any details. That's all I want. And if she was a girl's girl, she would do it.
Let's remember they're both artists, and artists are notoriously
unpredictable,
very unpredictable, and very passionate.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Brie, for sharing all of your knowledge.
Thanks,
and hopefully there's lots of girls and guys out there that will get their tickets. Good luck
getting tickets, guys. Stay calm and know that this week will not be your only chance if you do miss out.